Hello, everybody. Welcome to my video today. And in today's, Pro Se Lawsuit Center. You guys know who I am. I'm Coach Neighbors, and we're here to get things done. So in today's video, I'm going to do an update on what we are learning about stopping the eviction process, question mark. Okay, yeah, we're doing something new, and we're not sure if we gotta stop yet, but you guys are gonna have to stay tuned, stay up to date on the videos about this. Okay, so I'm just gonna, you guys know that I have this plan is only $99 and allows you to cloud your own title, so nobody else will want to be getting up in your stuff. Oh, you don't have to wait until you're about to get evicted. Until you're struggling with you can go ahead and cloud your title and get a little peace of mind. Okay, so today we're going to talk about what we're doing to stop the eviction process. And we're using that $99 thing that I put together. There are two. One is cloud the title. One is new ones for stopping the eviction process, and they're pretty much the same. But people have a hard time with the words. Okay, I got a call the other day from Henry, and he's been in our program for a while, maybe I don't know, a year and a half or something like that. But I haven't seen him around. And his wife was the one that was doing everything. And usually when I don't hear from people, I mean, that's a good sign. But anyway, it wasn't in this case. Henry's wife passed away, and now he, and then he went to his mailbox today, and he found this from the sheriff's department. I imagine he almost had another stroke. Hey, so, but I don't know how it's gonna go, but we put together a pretty good game plan for him, and I'm going to share with you guys what we found out too. We'll see how it works. Okay, the first thing this was an opportunity for me to help him, help me, help us. Come on, Coach. If this can get it stopped, this is going to be, I'll be giving myself a review on this one. Okay, so, the fraudulent conveyance package, the cloud your title package, that's the one that we used. That we're using, except we made one interesting change to it. Instead of worrying about trying to get files placed in the public record and running around doing all that, when you're already in court, getting pushed off the cliff, we changed the style of it to make it a document to file in your case. You can file a notice. You can file a judicial notice of anything you want. So we turned it into a judicial notice of fraudulent conveyance. So now when you do it that way, you can file it right. You put your case stuff, but all the stuff you need right there. They don't tell you. We figure that out when we start doing stuff. When you get in our own head, we figure that out. So he's going to actually file this in the case. Now I'm thinking that this is a whole lot better than having a way over there tucked in another corner someplace in another building. It's going to be right in the case. Okay. And yeah, I put these together for him, and he invested in the premium. He invested in the last minute in the premium package, and so we're just going with this right now, and then I'll show you the other side of what you guys are going to get. I'm bringing some gems, some big nuggets to the table I heard today. Okay, so you guys know that we bring fraudulent concealment to the table, tolls the statute of limitations, blah, 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 yada, yada, yada. We use that also. There is fraudulent conveyance and fraudulent concealment. Then we follow that with the due process. But we do it in a counterclaim. If they have a claim against your property already and you're in the eviction, then we do. This is a counterclaim of illegal eviction, fraudulent conveyance, fraudulent concealment, due process violation. I can say it. Go on, Coach. You got this. That's worth the $99 right there. Ain't done. Now, this package also has the lawsuit for the same thing. We use federal case law in state court because state court cannot answer to it. Bam! It's like a 1-2 knockout, but it's not a knockout. It's a beat down, and they have to go over there and sit down or recuse or whatever. Okay? Counterclaim. You add them to your counterclaim as plaintiffs, and now you just added them to their own case without having to pay a process server, without having to serve them. And I would come in with $200 million counterclaim. And this is the same thing you're going to file in federal court. Okay, we just jam their asses up with federal case law because state court people can't. And last to help, but remember said we're only got 3 now. We're not worried about federal because right now I'm about to have fun with this. So I don't think we're going to be in federal, but if we have to go over there, then out. And so that's going to be stuck in the phase 2. So temporary restraining order, preliminary injunction, counterclaim for illegal restraining order. And so we got this little 3 package. When you buy this for the $99, it comes with the federal lawsuit for the illegal eviction also. What we learned is we have to do the check down and not allow the eviction players to hide behind the foreclosure players. Chop that shit off and make it a little easier to swallow. Now, what I did was, and I'm going to suggest you guys do this too. What I got all of the documents together. I scanned them in one long document, and then as a PDF, and then emailed them over to all of the judges. I emailed them over to everybody, and Mr. Jones. Everybody got the email of everything. And I'm sharing this with you because that's a whole lot better way and faster than running around doing all of this shit that we've been doing. And then when you get there, have them throw their shit underneath the counter. Okay, now y'all know the clerk is the one, and there's what they're trained to do. Okay, we're going to see. It's a little hard to do that when they all got the email right over there and over there. Okay, now they're forced to visualize their shared liability. I was going to have a stream about this earlier, but everybody kicked me off except Rumble. But you know what? It don't matter. YouTube can kick me off, and I'm going to still have the video or the stream that I'm going to chop it up in like 30 videos and post it all over their shit. So thank you, YouTube. Now, I'm going to share with you guys what I learned a little bit over here. I started wondering, how I could contact the sheriff department, because that's really, we need to send them stuff too. And the reason I'm doing this, because, like I said, and I know a lot of people are probably in this situation for maybe different reasons than Henry, or whatever, in a situation where you just can't get it done. You don't have electricity. Maybe you don't have, I don't know. But it's interesting how you think of things when you roll without limitation, and you be telling people to do that shit. And so we put together what he needed. And the interesting thing was it didn't take a whole lot just off of this one picture thing, which I hate working with. But he could not, he was having trouble getting in his email address. Okay. And, I know I'm in good health. I cannot imagine what it would be like, and it'd be very frustrating. And then it's hard to find people to get your back because most people don't believe in what we do or think that anybody has a chance. And sometimes family members try to get you or go behind your back and take the keys for cash or do all kind of stuff. I've heard all kind of stories. But anyway, so I went in here and I scrolled down to just take a look at it and see if there's anything on there. Oh, wait, right here, evictions. Did you guys know that they had this section for evictions on the sheriff's department's website? I went and waited. Oh, check that out. Eviction stuff. Facing an eviction procedures. Property owner's guide. How about these guides? Oh, the red words. A guide. Now, you guys know what a guide is. A guide's not a law. It's not a law. It's not even a statute. It's not even a rule. It's not even a policy. Okay, coach, let's just get back over here. We ain't going to waste no time with the tenant's guide because they're not going to have, this is just like shopping, okay? But the reverse. In shopping, you're going to have the nicest stuff right up here on the top. All right? I was merchandising. I didn't learn how to do. When you shop, the nicest shit right there on the top. You walk in the store, the nice stuff right there. They don't want you to have to reach up to get the high dollar stuff, have to bend over. They want it to be right there. That's why the kids don't want none of that shit. The kids want all that cereal off that shelf right there. They don't want nothing down there. Okay, so come on, coach. Let's just scroll down. Did anybody see that to cancel the eviction? Who's that for? Okay, sorry. Let's click it. Oh, it opens up an email address right there. Oh, at shares. Oh, come on now. This is fire right here. So, I just copy and paste that in my own email address. I don't send nothing in their stuff. So now Henry is communicating straight with the sheriff's department before the stuff's even filed in the court. Bam! Huh? We're not only done with that. So in this paper they sent him, it has in here that, after if you can't, they have some services, that you can try to get help from. And if nobody can help you, okay, they have it set up where you can talk to the sheriff's department counselor or social worker or something. So I told Henry, if it was me, instead of taking my file stamp fire to the front desk, shoving it in their face, I'd be very diplomatic about it. Put it in a folder and walk in there about it in tears and tell them you need to talk to that counselor lady or man. I'm not assuming that, come on now, work with me. And I would let them know that, your wife was handling this situation and she passed away, and then you had a stroke, and your legal team just got back in contact with you, and I got something for you right here. Okay. It's supposed to be kind of sad, whatever. And I would ask her, if there's any way you can give this to the sheriff department before they come and throw my stuff out in the street? File stamp copies of all the stuff that my legal team told. Okay, I'm having too much fun. I hope that they don't throw him out, because then I'm going to have to work a whole lot harder. But that's all right. I don't like to work hard, but if I do, I got no problem doing that. My dad was a Marine. That's the first thing. Yeah, I just want to click on that one more time. This is like so cool. So now you got their email address. I would make sure that, that's understood before you do all that rushing around. Oh, and so remember what I said. All right, the nice stuff they want you to have, the yummy, yummy stuff that has a lot of value, they put at the top up here, right? All this crap right here. Oh, wait, starts with this crap. Sorry, Mr. Dart just happened to walk right into that shit, okay? Hell yeah, social service connector, oh yeah, if you're facing eviction, you need help, contact our social service department. Oh, let's see what they. Oh yeah, let me call these people right now. You can get you can get counseling, financial, homeless students facing homelessness. Oh, okay. So assisted living, disability development, educational, vocational housing, community care. These all sound really nice. I wonder why people are homeless. I don't know. Okay. So who got time for all of that? $99 back. We selling the sizzle, not the steak. $99 clouds their title, and now they can't get you off the property fast enough to make money. Oh wait, they can't lien jump you. Even HOA, they cannot lien jump you because this conveyance followed up with the less pendants, or either the judicial notice that we put together here the judicial notice of less pendants. Oh, they didn't tell you about you could do that. The judicial notice of less pendants, and file that judicial notice of fraudulent conveyance, and file that right in your case. Now the conveyance issue forces that issue forces them to address the illegal mortgage fraud, real estate deed fraud, the RICO. Well, we'll probably leave the RICO out. It don't go that. Yeah, I wanted to share that, and it's amazing what you find poking around on the website if you know why you're here and what you're looking for. Now, I didn't know exactly what I was looking for, but I think this is here for landlords because this whole eviction shit is structured for landlord-tenant crap and probably property owners too, who figure out some kind of way at the last minute. I don't know. I think it's for landlords to communicate directly with, and they're asking for the sign. What does that mean? Sign. You sign it? All right, y'all know it's all right. I ain't got y'all know. It is. This is the beginning of stopping the illegal foreclosure eviction process. This is the beginning. Well, after you get your $99 stuff, or you can get your $99 stuff early. $99, cloud your title, and then they don't want, it's kind of like you're making too much noise. They don't want to bother. Oh, wait, it's not worth investing because there's no way they're going to get out from under this without addressing the real reason why they screwed you over in the first place. And when you jam them up with the counterclaim, your demand is going to be that they deliver your deed to your house. They need to remove your information out of their database and deliver your deed to your house like the statute that the judge is there to uphold says is supposed to be. Now, we aren't supposed to follow statute. They're not. They're for them. They're supposed to follow the statute and codes to make it fair for us so that they're not violating our due process. Pretty much. And that's why everybody's stuff is the same, kind of, sort of, because your due process is getting violated, drag you in their administrative court and do the stuff that they do. So that's what I wanted to show you guys. Update on stopping the eviction process. We learn how to communicate right in to the sheriff department. Get your stuff. I would get my stuff done. I would email if you were like hot, if you thought they were showing up anytime. Oh, I would email that stuff over to them before you even went down and file stamped it. I write on the front. I'm in court filing this shit right now, guys. Send over to email it over to them. That's what you need to do. And then when you get over there, you can have the court call them because you'll have all the numbers and you can whip it out and let them know, here's their numbers. Call them right now because I've already been emailing them and tell them to go sit their happy ass down. If I was in court over this property shit, whatever, I'd be like, you're a ship judge. Okay, I'm fine with judge, but I don't do the your honor crap. All right, judge, because that shit's in his head or her head. And while I'm in their shit like this, then, we're going to go. Yeah, your job is to uphold the statutes, right? Yes. Then my legal team asked me to ask you to force them over there, I don't know where the hell they're at, to deliver my deed like the statute mandates. The statute mandates that my deed is supposed to be delivered and it's not conveyed, yada, 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 until it's delivered. But they didn't deliver it. They did what they call their constructive delivery, and they registered my deed in their office. And that constructive delivery, and they registered in their office. And that registration allowed the first illegal lien to be put on the property, and that was the mortgage lien. I know it sounds crazy, but think about it this way, Judge. If there were several people on property, all those people have to be present to sign, right? So the fact that the alleged lender accepted the signatures from the homeowners proved that they owned it already, and I smell stink. I mean, do you smell stink? My legal team said there was some smelling of stink. Okay. And before the judges would say anything, I would let the judge know that once your property was registered, constructively registered, it was reclassified as one of their three general classifications, which is agricultural, commercial, or residential. And residential is actually a government official's property. That's what residential means. And so here's the thing. If your deed was not in their office, would they be able to verify that there was a lien against your property? I'll ask the judge, I'll ask attorneys that. Back before they started having statutes and codes and making us do this stuff and done away with the statutes at large where our constitutional rights were, before that, you didn't have to register your deed in their constructive BS. The deeds were kept in people's Bibles or in their gun safe, their safety deposit box, the burn box thing, or in the mattress with in the mattress with all the money. I don't know, somewhere. It wasn't in their office. So only them had it. Oh, wait, they make a copy of it to send to you. They turn it into a security after you leave the table and you don't even know. And that is, and your signature on that security is what generate the alleged loan that they make you pay back for. Okay, coach, you're going off the deep end. I haven't even got my toe in it yet. And you know, the sad thing is, after they take your money for long periods of time, if there's a problem with paying on their schedule, then, you know, they don't want to take back your property, but they don't give you back your money. I don't think they give you back your money. Anyway, so this package is fire, and y'all need to be getting it to protect your property. You don't have to be in trouble. You don't have to be whatever. For $99, so they can't do shit with it. And then you finish them off in federal court. So, you know, along with the documents that we filed, and I told, and they, you know, they're. Mr. Jones is a disabled military veteran, and that's too bad. We got his back, though. That was not me. Okay, guys, thank you for the value of sharing your time. You guys get over to winningcourtnow.com and get what you need to take care of the business that's getting stuck in your face. winningcourtnow.com. Tell them Coach Neighbors sent you.